Two massive trucks sat brazenly on my 10-acre ranch outside Fort Worth, Texas, one tilted, tires sinking into soft soil, the other leaking oil onto my gravel path. Bold letters on one read: HOA Property Management Reserve Parking. I, Nate Sullivan, a 42-year-old retired Marine, stood stunned, fists clenched. I didn't live in an HOA. This was my private land. It was early morning, and I'd stepped out with my German Shepherd, Tucker, for our sunrise walk when I spotted them. At first, I thought they were lost, but cones circled the trucks like they owned the place. As I reached for my phone to call the sheriff, a woman approached, heels clicking, sunglasses perched, clipboard in hand. "You there," she called, waving me off like staff. "These trucks stay 3 days for our community cleanup. We need the space." "This is my land," I said, incredulous. She scoffed, flipping her clipboard. "Technically, you're in our zone." "No, I'm not," I cut in. "I'm not in your HOA. This is private ranch land." Rolling her eyes, she said, "Don't make a fuss. It's just a few days. Don't you care about the neighborhood?" My jaw tightened. This was no mistake. She knew what she was doing. Her name was Lorraine Hayes, but locals whispered Karen behind her back, the self-styled HOA Queen of Meadow Springs, despite murky election details. Before I could respond, she pointed behind me. "4 more trucks are coming. Move your animals." Engines rumbled, more trucks rolled in. This was no cleanup, it was a takeover. I'd bought this ranch for peace after leaving the Marines, ensuring no HOA entanglements. I'd scoured the contract, wary of veterans' horror stories about petty fines and meddling Karens. Life was idyllic: barn fixed, fruit trees planted, mornings training Tucker, a cabin rented to vets for respite. Then Meadow Springs sprouted across the creek. Initially harmless, it turned sour when Lorraine moved in. She demanded I paint my fence to match her standards. I laughed. She declared war: fake fines, animal control complaints about Tucker's barking, gripes about my solar panels' glare. I ignored her, but she'd escalated. Now, with trucks invading, I grabbed my camera, filming. Lorraine stormed over. "What are you doing?" "Documenting," I said. "For the county and my lawyer." Her face shifted. "No one will care. The sheriff won't side with you over the HOA." Tucker growled from the porch. She retreated, muttering. 2 more trucks arrived, one collapsing my irrigation trench, flooding the grass. I blocked the path, arms raised. "Turn around." Lorraine waved papers. "I own this land now. You've been served." The document, a forged lease claiming I'd rented my ranch to the HOA, bore my name in glitter gel pen. A driver hesitated. "We're not supposed to be here." Sirens approached. Lorraine smirked. "That's the HOA enforcement." But I'd called Deputy Caleb Reed, an Army buddy. Caleb's cruiser skidded up. "Nate, throwing a parade?" Lorraine strutted forward. "Officer, he's obstructing our event." "Cite him." Caleb eyed the paper, laughing. "Forging documents is a felony, ma'am." "Glitter pen?" "Really?" He ordered the trucks out. 60 seconds, or I tow. They scrambled, leaving cones. Lorraine hissed, "You'll regret this," and left. That night, a drone buzzed over my ranch, dipping near the barn before fleeing toward Meadow Springs. Next morning, a note on my gate read, "You brought this on yourself. Say goodbye to your fence." 3 fence sections were sawed off, tire marks nearby. I called Caleb. "She's escalating," I said. He filed a report, noting similar incidents. Then, my friend Vince, from the county land registry, revealed Lorraine had filed to redraw HOA boundaries, backdating documents with a deceased man's signature to claim I'd joined. The map shaded my ranch as a community garden and parking. I laughed, adrenaline surging. My late father's 1974 deed, ironclad, protected my land. I'd take this to the HOA board. At Meadow Springs' Wednesday meeting, Lorraine held court in a gaudy clubhouse. I walked in, manila folder and flash drive in hand. Whispers spread. Lorraine's voice cracked. "This is a private meeting." I ignored her, addressing the board. "I'm Nate Sullivan, ranch owner. Someone filed fraudulent documents to annex my land." I projected my deed, then Lorraine's forged zoning request. Gasps erupted. Board member Carl questioned her. "You said Nate agreed to donate his field." Lorraine stammered. I presented a cease and desist letter, warning of lawsuits. "Lawyer up," I said, leaving. Next morning, a laminated violation notice, $1,000 fine for my tractor, was zip-tied to my gate. Security footage caught Lorraine at 3:12 a.m., in bathrobe and slippers, affixing it. I uploaded it to YouTube. HOA president finds me for my tractor. It hit 200,000 views in 48 hours, earning her the nickname Slipper Enforcer online. Then, my vet friend Tommy spotted Lorraine's allies planting utility flags on my land, likely for a dig to force rezoning. I yanked them out and called my lawyer for a restraining order. He revealed Lorraine's emergency petition to seize my land as a fire risk. My pristine ranch, a hazard? She declared war. At the county records office, Vince handed me a folder of anonymous complaints against Lorraine. Fines for Christmas lights, threats over kids' play, a disabled vet's shed seized. I met Rachel, a journalist, who saw my evidence drone footage, forged documents, complaints, and said, "This'll blow up." Her weekend segment, HOA Gone Rogue, went viral, exposing Lorraine's tyranny. I fortified my ranch security firm, 24/7 monitoring, a bold no trespassing sign. Saturday, Lorraine's SUV idled at my gate. She stepped out, waving a document. "You made me look like a criminal." I stood firm. "You forged my signature, trespassed, and tried a land grab." Trembling, she claimed the board would annex my land. "It's my home," I said. Tucker growled. She fled. That night, my alarm blared. A truck, HOA branded, sat in my driveway, a man with bolt cutters fleeing as I yelled, "Freeze." Inside, a clipboard listed my shed and generator for seizure under a fake ordinance. Footage captured it all. I sent it to the court and news, titling it, "They tried seizing my property at 1 a.m." Then came Lorraine's final gambit. Sirens and flashing lights hit my ranch, 3 police cruisers, a fire truck, and Lorraine's SUV. An officer asked, "Nate Sullivan?" The fire chief cited a 911 call about a fire hazard, gas leaks, faulty wiring, livestock risk. Lorraine, clipboard in hand, claimed weeks of complaints. I laughed. "No hazard. Check my records and footage of her 1 a.m. stunt." The chief's crew found nothing. An officer warned Lorraine, "False 911 calls are criminal." She stammered, facing a summons. Next morning, a court-authorized no trespass order barred Meadow Springs, HOA, from my land. Rachel's follow-up report, with fire chief body cam footage, fueled outrage. The HOA's Facebook group shut down comments. Residents thanked me anonymously, sharing their own Lorraine horror stories. Board member Carl emailed, requesting my presence at an emergency meeting to remove Lorraine. Saturday, I entered the clubhouse, papers in hand. "Everything's here," I said, presenting affidavits, footage, and forged documents. Carl called the vote. Hands rose unanimously. "Lorraine Hayes, you're out," he declared. She hissed, "You'll regret this," but stormed off, defeated. Residents apologized, some shaking my hand. Peace returned. 2 days later, the county appointed me a rural zoning liaison for my stand. Lorraine's last trick came Wednesday evening. 2 SUVs, including hers, at my boundary with a private enforcement team, citing an emergency clause. I rolled up on my ATV, body cam streaming. "You're trespassing," I said. Lorraine claimed authority, but Caleb arrived with a cease and desist order and an arrest warrant for falsifying documents and misusing 911. Handcuffed, she crumbled. Meadow Springs reformed new leadership, voluntary policies, an apology to me. The county excluded my ranch from HOA jurisdiction. At a community integrity ceremony, I received a plaque for defending freedom and fairness. Lorraine got probation, community service, and an HOA leadership ban, then left town. My ranch quiet, Free stood firm, Tucker at my side, proof that bullies fall when you hold your ground.